So hi guys, I was out today and I recently got the iPhone 11 Pro and also have the DJI Mavic Mini, and it sort of hit me really that basically they are the two best pieces of equipment. I mean, there's obviously other mobile phones that are sort of on par, but they're kind of like the photographer's best friend. I mean, we've got a drone that can fit in your bag or in your pocket if you really want to, and it creates a good enough quality that you can record your day, record yourself at work, do some cinematic shots. And the iPhone 11 Pro, which has got 4 cameras on it of different magnifications, and it produces shots like this with ease. I mean, the light's rubbish, but you've got the really wide-angled lens, which is brilliant, and obviously the Mavic Mini, which is so small. I mean, it's not much bigger than your mobile phone, and it just sort of dawned on me today that actually you can, if you want to, and if you're just going out for the day and you think, oh, there's going to be a few cool places I might be able to put the drone up and maybe snap a few photos and a little bit of video, that you can get away with just taking your mobile phone in your pocket, which obviously you need with the Mavic anyway, and just have that with you. So I just thought, well, it's kind of cool really, because if you've got these with you anyway, like say if you're doing a job, or you just want to be a little bit creative, you can have your full frame camera or whatever camera you're using in your bag. But the fact you can get this brilliant drone in there that doesn't cost a lot, it's pretty much disposable in some respects, because it's not expensive. It's no more expensive than a GoPro, and if you do smash it up or whatever, it's not really the end of the world. But it's so usable, it's so smooth, it's so easy to fly. If you see one of my other videos, you'll see that I've done a photo shoot using it, just showing you the location really, and that's the kind of whole reason I bought it. And then obviously going for the iPhone 11 Pro, because it's got the 4 cameras on there, and everything on this video I have edited slightly on some of the photos, but all the videos I've not touched the colouring or anything, and it's just kind of really cool. I mean, doing shots like this, I mean, it used to cost you thousands to do things like this many years ago. Very difficult to get above a car, and it's actually really easy to do now. Yes, it's not the best camera in the world for photos, and it's not 4K, but it gives you enough scope there to really get the job done. And the fact that people still offload to 1080p most of the time for YouTube still anyway, and and there's nothing wrong with 1080p, and I'm videoing 2.7K, so you've got plenty of sort of downscaling to do if you need to, or just even you could upscale it to 4K if you want to, obviously losing a little bit of info, but for something that fits in your pocket, or 2 pockets should we say, what a usable bit of a kit. So I went down to Canvas Sands anyway, and I thought, well, I'm going to put the drone up on the beach, again because the tide was going out, and the only thing I can really see is a little bit of rolling shutter by the looks of it, from the iPhone on the widest part, widest lens, but the photos look pretty cool, and the lighting was a bit strange, to be fair. It was sort of quite bright but not really bright at the same time, so I launched it off the back of my bag, rather than get the helipad thing out, just because it's going to get covered in sand and the bag's weatherproofed and everything. And there was a couple of metal detectors walking around, obviously trying to find anything that might have been dropped or washed up and things like that. But unless you want to spend quite a bit more money, nothing was really available that was that small and light and that folded up in a nice little package that goes in its hard case. The flight time as well. I mean, I used one battery for everything you see here, on this part of the beach, and with the tree later on, is the same battery. It's unbelievable, and I've cut out loads and loads and loads of footage, and really, really impressed. In fact, most of the time you've kind of not got bored, but you've kind of done what you need to do before the battery's even at 50%, and that's, I kind of go to 60% usage on the batteries, and then land it and then swap into another battery. One, to kind of keep using the batteries and keep rotating them. But also you don't want to risk getting the batteries that low, because one, you start to lose voltage and amperage or whatever, and that's when you start getting in troubles, and that's when the drone starts to become sort of unresponsive and things like that happen. But so pleased with it, and now I'm a little bit less scared of flying it. But what a brilliant tool, you know, doing little things like this. Yes, it's not perfect, and yes, there could be some updates coming, hopefully some more firmware coming, and there's also a few new apps coming from the iPhone 11 which allow you to record all 4 cameras at the same time for interview purposes and things like that, which is going to be awesome. And that's one reason I've bought the iPhone 11. But absolutely in love with this Mavic Mini. Just so easy to fly, and it's quiet. No one really noticed it was up there. Not there's many people on the beach anyway, but a couple of dog walkers didn't realise. It's pretty quiet after, you know, once it's 20-30 feet away from you. And that was my first time I've ever landed on my hand, so you can just pull the stick down and bring it down onto your hand, and it lands onto your hand, using the back of the car as a takeoff pad. And here's my sort of favourite oak tree. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it's just got massive skies, no real close foreground unless you look right. So there's a few other trees, but it just works really, really well. Taking photos of it and everything, and that's one reason I popped there today. But both these cameras as such, a flying camera and your mobile phone camera, just have brilliant use. And as a professional tool, I mean, you can use it obviously as an mobile phone and as an amateur photographer or whatever, but as a working tool, they open up lots of doors into getting things that you couldn't really do that long ago, really. But it's more the fact that obviously, yeah, there's other options out there, other drones, other phones, but you know, for me, these are the ones I've chosen, and to be honest, I'm really, really happy. And it's to do with portability, if anything. You know, yeah, you can get, like, say for example, the Dji Mavic Pro, but it's a lot bigger. You know, you've got other things to deal with. It's not quite as portable. You know, where the Mavic Mini, I can get my A7R4, RX10 Mark IV, the Mavic Mini, and it's all batteries and its controller and its hard case, everything in my bag, and go and do stuff, and you've got it there if you want, you know. And it's really, really easy to fly. You can just sit there, leave it hovering. I put the control down. I was doing a photo shoot, just so you could see me at work with the model and everything. So all those other options are brilliant, you know. And obviously the iPhone 11 Pro with the 4 cameras, you can utilise that for interviews, recording all 4 cameras at the same time, giving you different angles of view and things like that. And you know, it's just a really, really good, you know, pair of tools, really. And kind of for me, it's those 2 extra pieces of equipment that, you know, really are your extra best friends as such. You know, the fact that you can, you know, now stick a camera up in the air if you want to, and obviously utilise the mobile phone very, very easily and well for just doing little clips while you're still at work, behind the scenes. I know we do that anyway, and we have done for a long time, but just with the different lenses, I mean, for example, the 0.5 really wide angle is brilliant. You know, so there's lots of options, and I know there's other phones out there and other drones and everything like that. I know, you know, I just said that, but for me personally, these are the 2 best ones that work for me really, really well. So just thought I'd do a little video in it trying to explain what I thought, and that was kind of came into my head when I was wandering around and flying earlier. So I just thought I'd do a little video about it. But these are my sort of first decent flights, really, flying around, and even though the light wasn't brilliant, it didn't turn out too bad, I didn't think. So anyway, guys, please subscribe, please click the notification bell, and please share the videos on my channel, and there'll be some new videos coming soon. Any questions, obviously, please ask in the comments, and let me know what you think. That'd be great. I'll see you soon.